All right, we're back again with another video as always. All right, so like we did before, we did the side view, then we did the front view. Now we're going to do a 3/4 view. And before we get started, I want to give you guys a few shout outs. Shout out to ZWIZZI. I didn't want to butcher it. Zui. Sorry for butchering your name. Good stuff. Appreciate that. Also shout out to Gundam Geeks Hub saying, I just found your channel randomly. Love your video, man. I drew before, but more on charcoal. I haven't drawn for almost 5 years now. I'm so passionate back then. Well, don't lose it, man. Don't lose it. That was 5 years ago. Don't lose it. I don't know why my passion for drawing is gone. I feel unmotivated anyway. Looking forward to see more content, brother. Keep it up. Love the quality of the video. I support my fellow artists. Cheers all the way from the Philippines. Wow. I wish I had like sound effects of like sound applause, so I'll just do it myself organically, right? Thank you so much, Gundam Geeks Hub. All the way from the Philippines. I have never been there, but I heard that is a beautiful place to go. It is very far from the US to go all the way to the Philippines, but I've heard from certain people that it is worth the trip. All right, so shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Well, the 2 comments. And yeah, keep it going, man. Liking the video, sharing it to people really helps out for more exposure. Get this content going out there in the algorithm, so that way we could just continue growing this art community. All right. So without further ado, let's draw from a 3/4 view out of my imagination, as always, using Adobe Photoshop. All right. So let's lower this down. I got the drawing board here. I'll show you guys from a full view. I always use the Wacom and 204 tablets. This is what I use all the time for illustrations. Right? So let's get into it. If I'm not gonna talk throughout the whole video, just know that I get concentrated. I concentrate sometimes that I get in the zone, right? So when I really get in the zone, like a lot of artists, we just end up losing track of not always adding commentary every second. So I just want to say that as a disclaimer. All right, let's do it. So by doing a 3/4 view, which is my favorite view, by the way. I love 3/4 views because it brings more 3-dimensionality to the illustration. All right. A lot of times people get so caught up in the first draft. Remember, just like in writing, it's always going to be a crappy first draft. Don't worry about like your first attempt being perfect. The world doesn't work that way. All right. It never works like that. So I'm going to do more of like a unique 3/4 view. I'm not going to do like the 3/4 view a lot of people do. So what I do here, I just add this over here, right? So I'm just creating, like, again, we break everything down into shapes. Everything is based upon shapes. Never forget that. Don't start with detail right away. Only time when I start detail right away is when, again, I use like my photograph as reference in order to because I have something in front of me, so I could just use that as reference when drawing certain characters. But if I'm starting from a blank canvas, you never want to just start doing this. Never do this, okay? Never start doing stuff like this where you're drawing the eyes randomly. Like, I'm starting with the face, so I'm gonna start, drawing these eyes. It's like, no. Do not do stuff like this. Because then what happens, right? You're doing all this, right? I'm just doing this as a quick demonstration for you guys, showing some angry looking character, right? Just right, screaming like this is just me joking around. Probably guys, I'm gonna make his teeth clench. The reason why I don't recommend going into detail right away like this is because where's the head structure, you know? I'm gonna leave it here for now. I'll erase it later. But like, you know, where is the head structure? Where, you know, you can't just start doing stuff like this, because then you're gonna be lost in the sauce, you know, trying to figure out the structure of it. So you got to start off with the shape always, and then work your way into breaking down the shape, right? All right, so let's start doing this. Here's where I'm gonna add, again, placements. See, it's just a circle right here. That's gonna be the air placement for now. All placeholders. Then doing the lower jaw, doing the jawline. Right here. Make the ear bigger. Why not? And then here's what I'm gonna add. You know, just the nose for now. Adding the nose for now, right? And you see, I'm doing a 3/4 view, but I'm doing it from a certain type of angle. It's an isometric angle. Add it right here. Rectangles, right? See, add some rectangles close to squares. Then do the same. Add a triangle. Add, not a triangle, looks like a bird's beak. Again, this is just to get the feeling of it, right? So far, I'm liking this structure. So what I'm gonna do is switch over and use a mouse. I use a pale elastic tool. Just gonna select this because I like the structure of it and I want it to be a bigger size. I want the size to be bigger. So once I use a pale elastic tool, then I hit Control or Command T if you're using Mac. You get the size, and then you could just simply, if you got the newer Photoshop, you don't have to hold down the Shift key to keep everything in proportion. If you have an old Photoshop like me, I have to hold the Shift key for it. Here we go. Oh, I actually did it. Oh, that's so funny. I did not mean to do that. It is what it is. That's a quick fix. So what I did as a mistake was I drew on the layer I'm not supposed to draw on. It happens sometimes. At this point, I could just easily, which I'm gonna do right now, just make a new layer and then just make this part here white and then just leave this the way it is. So the bottom piece is white, and I'm gonna lock this layer, and I'm gonna bring this one. I know you're not really seeing it from the screen, but it's just a quick troubleshoot that I just realized. I'm glad that I picked it up now than later. All right, so that's perfect. Cool. All right. Now we got this independently, and all the stuff we do is based on normally just one layer. So it's not much of a problem. All right, so I made that bigger. Got a bit of a structure here. I'm gonna make this a female because people like how females look. It has a beautiful aesthetic. People are attracted to it. So let's do that. People are attracted to females. I mean, I am. Yeah. Even people who are females are attracted to females, right? So let me get out of this. There we are. All right, should work now. Toggle back here. And oh, wow, that's so funny. I had it on, I don't know why it was white. Okay, now it should work. So here I'm just gonna add just a bit of like an oval type shape, looking like it's like an eye. Throw that right here. All right. Then the ears right here. And now this is the phase where I'm going to start sculpting and adding some detail so I can get more information on this this 3/4 view from an isometric angle. Now I said from the previous video that I'm not going to zoom in. I don't know. I might zoom in for this one. We'll see. We'll see. I like to challenge myself by doing certain things like that, even though it's not necessary. All right, so I'm just erasing the positioning because I pretty much have the structure down packed. Now it's just got to be refining all the areas like the nose, the eyes, all that stuff. A lot of times you're not really seeing it, but I'm always doing this all the time. So it's like drawing it, flipping it, erasing it, drawing it, flipping it, erasing it. After a while, like doing this over and over, you get used to that motion. It's easier moving like that as opposed to like, I gotta select the eraser part right here and then erase, then go back to brush, and then it's like, just understand shortcut keys, right? Or just again, with the tablet, you don't even need to do a lot of shortcut keys. You just flip, 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 just as if you're drawing on paper. But yeah, brush is a shortcut key for that, in case you don't know. For Photoshop, is the just press B for brush. I don't think it changed over, because this is like an old version, but I think it's the same for the newer versions too. All right, just fixing that. Fix the mouth right there. I like doing videos like this, just showing from beginning to the end, so that way people can just see the raw process. Sometimes it's a takeaway from making the shorts because everything is moving so fast, and it's like, that's not real life. I get it, because I have to do like less than 1 minute videos for that, and it looks interesting to see something develop at a very fast rate, but that's just not real life, right? So that's why I like doing stuff like this. That mouth. Gotta fix the lips. I'm not liking that. Not liking the way the lips look right there, so I'm just gonna fix that, make a whole new one. looking better than before, but you know, constantly, you know, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Lower that down, bring that out. Ooh, let me fix that. I'm gonna give her like bigger cheeks. And bring this out more. Blah, 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 blah. Out more. Alright, we're starting to carve it out a little bit. Step by step, read all about it. Give her thick eyebrows. It's interesting, like, thick eyebrows represents youth nowadays, right? Back then, the thin eyebrows showed like royalty, right? It just showed like a style, like the 90s and like older. If you look at old art paintings, they used to have like, they used to shave their eyebrows, like, and that was a sign of beauty. So beauty is very obviously a subjective, but it always changes. Go from thin to none to people will bleach their eyebrows, like just it's all over the place. Thick eyebrows, yeah. Thin lips, now thick lips. Always changing. Fix right here. And all the time, I don't fully erase it just because the structure is still, you know, still there, you know, but just got to be refined. Right, ears for now. I'll give her some earrings. I'll do that later. Actually, I'll do it now. We do it now. Some earrings. Make it like an edgy, you know. I don't know why I like doing these type of like, I don't know. I always do these type of earrings where they just got like all these piercings. So you know what? Let me exaggerate with this. You know, I'm gonna have fun with this. Give her a bunch of piercings. Like another one right here. Another one right here. And let's fix the nose. No, it's a little bit longer. Nostrils. Make a little shadow right there. Then add the triangle, right? For now. Actually, you know, I'm gonna get rid of that. Take it back. I will keep the structure there, but I'm not gonna just have like the whole triangle right there. I just didn't like the way it looked aesthetically. I'll take it back. Fix that. Oh, it's been 22 minutes? Oh, I thought it was longer. Right. I'm gonna fix this part here too. Don't like it. Is something playing? No. What the hell is playing? Oh my god. You gotta be crapping me. Oh, but that's good. Okay, thank God. Thank goodness I had my video, the desktop on mute, because that would have been quite a bad video. That kind of scared me because I could literally see that like one of my videos was like playing. I'm like, what? This showed the indicator. I was like, why is the video playing? But I managed to mute the desktop audio so you guys can't hear it, because audio is important, guys. Like if you're ever making videos, just know that audio is extremely important. If the audio is messed up, 90% of the time people are just gonna click away just because it's bothering their ears. Like audio damn near is more important than the video itself. The audio sucks, people are not watching the video, and people will complain, rightfully so, like, hey, you have interference. So thank God I muted it and you guys didn't hear that, so thank God. Almost gave me a heart attack. I was like, what? No. It's like, dang, because I like to keep things authentic, you know. I want to show you guys beginning to the end. I wouldn't want to, like, you know, use editing to cut this part out. And I just don't like to edit content like that anymore. I used to do, the only time I do editing is the shorts. Other than that, all these videos are unedited, you know, and I like to keep it that way. Like, numerous of reasons why I do that. Number one, it's easier to make content, and number two, it's authentic. You know, people like to connect with real, right? Real, not only recognize real, you relate to real, right? So that's that. All right, so I'm just fixing her. So many things I want to like. Should I use a pale elastic? I can. So this is what I would do. Nah, I'm not using pale elastic. Screw that. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna actually make the mouth lowered. It's gonna be more like, do something like right here, just to get the structure for now. Over here. Lips could be challenging, I'll tell you that much, especially for certain angles like this. But I'll get it. Okay. Go. All right, that looks better than before. I'm one of those people where if I don't like something, I will go in there and fix it. You know, last thing you want is to accept something that don't really look that good, and then it could get worse and worse, and you start getting frustrated, and it will show in your artwork. So you don't want to settle for that. Adding shadows underneath here. Okay, it's all right for now. Adding triangles. Let me add a better triangle. Okay. Now, start working on the eyes. Make her face skinnier. So erase that a little bit, There we go. And then I still got this right here. That's funny. Gonna make her look at him. I give her like big eyes. Working on the pupil. There was a video that I did a reaction to. I end up taking down the video but anyway, I'll talk about it right now. I did like a reaction video that I took down of someone who, there's a lot of people nowadays, which is sad, they're pretending to be artists and they utilize AI and say that this is my work of art, and it's not their work of art, it's AI. That's, to me, that's sad. And a fellow YouTuber, she called that person out. And the biggest indicator, the reason why I'm saying this is because as you guys just saw just now that I just drew the eyes, right, from left to right. Well, when this artist was showing her progress using AI, again allegedly, because we don't know if this is her methodology of working, but in the step-by-step process, she fully rendered one eye, and then she started to fully render the other eye. In other words, this eye wasn't even like, it was just a bit of the structure, but there was no lights and shadows at all, just like an outline, right? And just like with both eyes. But then one, she just did the whole lights and shadows, everything is fully colored and rendered, and then she ended up doing that with the other eye. Most artists, in fact 99% of artists, we work simultaneously. We go back and forth between both eyes, right? We don't just fully do one eye and then fully do the other eye. So that was just a bit of a red flag. Again, allegedly, like there could be some artists who are very unorthodox, like, you know, like some southpaw type thing. But again, I'm not even hating. I mean, I'm only thing I'm just concerned about. I'm more concerned rather than hating, because then it's like average viewers won't know. They won't notice that. You know, people who are not artists, and then even people who are not artists, is like some of them will know because they have a sophistication of what they see, especially seeing like step-by-step process. But I don't like seeing stuff like that when they're pretending to be something or not. It's just, it's already bad of struggling artists, right? With AI, now you got people who are pretending and they're making money off of it. It's like that's not even passion. That's just business at that point. It's like, let me pretend to be something I'm not, and then like sucker people into buying a product that I didn't create. Yeah. That's just, to me, that's sickening, in my opinion. You know, if anything, just be transparent about it. Like, look, this is not real. Like, this is all AI generated, and there should be legalities behind that, where it's like, you technically didn't make this. This was made by a tool, not even a tool, an image generator. Because technically speaking, Photoshop, Wacom tablet, these are tools, but you still need to have skills and a background to develop a blank thing into something, right? Just like cooking, you got the utensils, you got the ingredients, but a chef is able to use the ingredients and use what's available into making a, you know, food and to make it a cuisine. You know, this isn't no like an AI version would be like, oh, we just grabs the whole thing that's already made, threw it in the microwave, serve it to people and say, hey, I made this from scratch. It's like, no, you didn't. So I just, again, I don't like when people are pretending to be something or not. They're taking shortcuts. They're not being authentic. They know if they're being authentic, people won't respect them, and then they won't really make money. So they have to lie. I can't live like that. I have a guilty conscience. I can't lie to people, you know. Eventually, it's gonna come out. So why live your life like that? Why live life in a lie? It's just, to me, it's baffling. It really is. So all those people who's doing that, shame on you. If you're being transparent, hey, at least you're being transparent. Like, look, I'm not an artist. This is all AI. All right, cool. Maybe you're a writer. Like, you're creative in a different realm. It's not visual because you don't know how to create visuals, but that's fine. You use an AI as a tool, as an image generator, but at least you're honest about that. I don't like the people who are not. That's the only issue. Like the, you know, charlatans. So, yeah. Sorry for that tangent. It bothers me with seeing stuff like that, you know. All right, so I'm refining the eyes. After this, I'm gonna start working on the hair. I want to make sure the eyes are good. Give her thicker eyelashes. All right. Okay, what should her hair be? I really like 3/4 views because you're able to get the essence of the character more, in my opinion. I always like 3/4 view. That's my favorite view out of compared to the side view. I like side views too. I like front views, but 3/4 views, I like the asymmetry of it more. Like it's more asymmetrical. Okay, so what should her hair be? Should I give her like a shaved? I want to give her, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give her like a rock star type of look where I'm gonna give her like a shaved head on the side and it's like give her like a bit of like spiky hair, something like that. Kind of like loop that. Like a little emo-ish. Nothing wrong with emo style. Let's see here. That's it like this. Let me fix that. A bit too out there. Okay. Right, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. And now working on fix this hairline. All right. Get in there. Get in there. Out. Just gonna start refining the hair. I'm gonna fix this part here. Center part. I was gonna add that, but I'm like, don't really look as dramatic. So I'm gonna keep that swoosh going on. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna do the same here. I'm gonna just like throw that right here for like a bit of like a ponytail type thing. And yeah. Make it seem like she's wearing one of those like cut off like a lot of women wear those cut off exposing the shoulders, but she got like cloth over it, like a cutout exposed shoulder garment type thing. I don't know the name of it, so yeah. Sometimes when you're in the zone drawing, you draw blanks. No pun intended. I'm at the phase where I'm kind of drawing blanks right now. Just a little autopilot right now. Little in autopilot. Just being honest. Just the mind of an artist, right? Autopilot. Kind of just going with the flow. I'm gonna go here, fix this little thin that I did it there. That was just, again, just building the structure, because now we're refining everything. We're cleaning things up. Clean up on all three, people. Clean up on all three. And make this a shadow. Remember, there's always shadow underneath the skin when it comes down to cloth, right? So you want to do that to create volume. Make it seem as if the person is wearing something, right? Create that little shadow there. Some placement. Create like a, fix that. So I'm going to create a highlight right here. Jagged. I like doing stuff like that. I get that from like comic books and anime and all that stuff. And I'll create like a little, you know, little highlight. Oop. All right. So it is getting there. It's getting there. Okay. Now this is the point where I'm gonna add some lights and shadows so this thing could pop out more. Fix this air. Oh, I forgot that I erased. Add a lot of piercings on her. Let's give her a crazy amount of her air. Why not? Make that shadow. I'm like singing the whole Halo thing. Da 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 da. All right. All right, I'm gonna fix that mouth. I would want to zoom in, but so far I've been consistent with challenging myself by not zooming in, so I'm not gonna zoom in. I can fix this area. And I'm gonna go right here. Ooh. This a little bit lighter. Fix this. All right, that's for now. All right, let's add some of the lights and shadows. So always remember, like, the temple is right here, right? That's where size right here. Normally it's a shadow right there. I increase the brush stroke. Can't forget about that piercing I put here. Don't want to wash that out since everything's getting darker. Now it's making more contrast, more bold decisions, more commitment. Shadow here. Add some shadows, shadows. Oh yeah, right here. Her neck. Right here is gonna be darker. And also throw your suggestions on I know I'm late to this, is almost an hour, which is gonna be an hour, but throw your suggestions on different if different angles you guys want me to draw on different subject matter, whether it's like a female, male, robot, monster, alien. Let me know down below. Okay, so add shadows here. Look at that. Shadows. The reason why I'm doing that is because it represents the volume of her hair, and since it's flapping on that side, it makes sense that there's a shadow underneath it, right? Add some triangles here. Let me lower down the brush size. Triangle right here, and I'll add like a triangle right here. Actually, no. Let me get rid of that one. Triangle underneath her chin. There we go. And continuing on. This is going to be tricky. So I'm going to add some shadows here. And shadows here. I'm just seeing how I'm going to do the placement of the lights and shadows. Not a big fan of that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes afterwards. Just gotta make everything else darker. To make this a little bit, make this lighter. I just didn't like the shadow as much. I'm not gonna lie. We make mistakes, not perfect. I'm gonna get into the hair. And let me elaborate what I'm doing here. So sometimes we go through stuff where, if you're not happy the way certain things are looking, it's best, instead of like staying on it for a while, it's best to just move on to something else and then revisit it later, right? So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna work on the hair, and then after that, I'm gonna go back. Right? Let's fix this real quick. For the time being. All right, let's get to the hair. I want to make this whole thin hair just shadow. And then here. Oh yeah, before I forget, got some highlights. 9 points, there we go. Put this right here. Opacity. All right, keep working right here. Oh, almost forgot this part. All right. Here. I'm making things starting to become more painterly. How it happens. Darker. erase this a little bit. Continue the hair. I've been saying that for the longest. All right. The hair. Just keep making this make this darker. Oh yeah, this part here too. Oh, we are hitting the hour mark. That's cool. I'm just going back here, refining, just outlining more of what I had here, which is, now they just look like pills. Like beads, I should say. Like Tic Tacs on her ears. Like, are those piercings? No, those are Tic Tacs. Fix all that up. Oh, I did that. Okay. Let's start working more on the eyes now. Eyes pop out more. Same over here. Okay. Now I'm just going back and forth, just sculpting out the progress. Oh yeah, okay, I put the highlights here. Let me showcase that more. So it got a little washed out. Right. Got some contrast, create more volume. I'm gonna do like a random design here for her hair. Go. Dun, 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 dun. The brush booger. Make it bigger. I'm gonna make her ears darker right here. I'm gonna make this darker too. Her neck area. Clothes, working on these clothes. Working on the clothes, working on the clothes, working on the clothes. Probably made it too. It's cool. Made it too dark right there. That's fine. Fine by me. All good. All good. Make that right here. Then erase edges. I made it too dark right there. Yep. All right, fix that a little bit. Eyebrows. Still laughing with this right here. Make this a little bit like that. Right, work right here on her cheeks. Add a few details in the hair. See how it looks from here, then I'm seeing it from the panel a little bit further away. Not too bad. I have like a point, I have it at a 10 brush stroke just to add a little bit of like her hair being all frizzy. Okay, just added some detail on the eyes, even though that's the most amount of detail I could do. Consider I'm not zooming in. Gotta fix this part here now. Then do the same over here. just to place it for now, because I'm going to use the eraser tool just to give it like a good blend. Oh, wrong one. My bad. I meant to use the brush. Yeah. Pop out more. I don't even know who this character is. All out of my head. So, you guys want to give a story to this character? Don't need to be comic book story, but if you want to, go right ahead in the comment section below. Kind of make this part darker right here. I just got into the zone of making this, so my apologies for not really talking. It's an autopilot a little bit. So yeah, I'm just adding, again, more shadows, again, more definition, and doing little things so it can stand out more. Make this a little bit lighter. I'll see how this looks without the triangle. I guess I'll get rid of the triangles since I'm not gonna put this into Adobe Illustrator. I have a habit of doing that, but since it's not gonna be translated, I'm just gonna get rid of them. And I'll add like shadow a little bit right here. And add like a little shadow right here. messed up a little right there. Yeah, that should work. All right, I've been on this for a while. What do you guys think in the comment section below? I think I'm okay with this. I mean, with drawing, you can always just keep going back in there, changing it, then it kind of drive you nuts a little bit. But overall, I wasn't expecting it to look like this in a good way. You know, it came out pretty cool in my opinion. A few things I'm like, I could have done more, you know, as far as like the structure and everything. But considering, you know, this angle and the hair, this is pretty much close to what I envisioned, you know, while working on this improvising. So as I'm saying this, saying I'm done, I'm still going in there, fixing a few stuff. And just, I guess the last thing I'm gonna do here is just like pop out the highlights a little bit from here. Especially right here too. I'm gonna erase this part a little bit. Yeah. Let me not keep on working on this to the point where I'll drive myself crazy. So what do you guys think in the comment section below? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching it, especially if you watch it all the way from the beginning to the end, because it's a long video of raw from, you know, from scratch and all that stuff. This took a while, right? This took an hour and almost 20 minutes to make. So yeah, throw your suggestions down below and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.